Hi, this is Ash from Brewed Games, an indie game dev studio developing our very first title, a Metroidvania called Winds of Arcana Ruination. And welcome back to our Devlog series, where I discuss all the progress that we make. I also recommend checking out our previous videos, but not now, after this one's done. So what did we do this time? Well, I have some stuff to show. Let's start with the biggest one. We worked on a new boss for our game, Meet the Gatekeeper. The Gatekeeper was a dutiful soldier in Azuka's palace. Being a loyal subordinate of the Iron King, he was rewarded with the keys of Seat of Valor itself. He stands guards and screens any who try to enter the palace. Centuries have passed and he's now a warped shell of what he once was. His mind is overcome with just one thought. No one enters the Seat of Valor. We'd been wanting to create a dark and grungy boss with a melancholic tone, and the Gatekeeper encompasses just that. Years of relentless duty has rendered him in this state. Here you can see Sid sketching his concept. He gets on with this after the team has discussed what all the boss or character should be.
You want to make Ganesha, no?
Listen.
You just want to make Ganesha.
Yes.
After that, Tawfiq starts off with the modeling. Then he moves to texturing. Sid also keeps popping in once in a while during this process to give his inputs. And once all this is done, Vikas begins with the rigging process. Now the VFX. We finally worked on the VFX for all the old and new weapons that we added. We have 3 different weapon classes, and the weapons within the same class have similar looking base attacks. Thus, they use similar VFX with the only difference being the color. Their special attacks, however, are a different story. These VFX combined with separate animations truly bring out the uniqueness of each weapon. They even contrast our game's grungy tone. So, what do you guys think? Do let us know in the comments down below. And all the progress since the last few months combined, we now have somewhat of a functional build. So let me give you a glance of the starting areas of the game. We have some of the enemies ready and in place, 6 weapons which are pretty much functional, and the artifacts are in place. Keeping up at this pace, we should have the updated demo out soon for you guys to try out. So make sure you wishlist the game. Link in the description. Now, with all of these things in place, we found a severe need for a system to balance all the variables, and thus I began testing a few things out. I've been basically researching on how to balance games and coming up with a prototype system to store and calculate various numbers relating to the game. From player health to how much currency a specific enemy in a particular biome should drop, it should cover all of it. Here is what I have been working on so far. There's no way I'll be able to cover all of this, as it is a very early prototype and we have not tested anything from here. However, let me cover how we plan to calculate the player HP, biome level, and rune shard upgrade requirements. Upgrading player HP would be pretty simple actually. Players would just need to find unique items from all across the map, and that would unlock various tiers or increase players' HP. Coming to the biome level, now I plan to introduce this so that we can balance things out on the basis of the biome and its difficulty. To calculate this, I am simply calculating the mean health of all the enemies present in the biome and then multiplying that number by 10, 1 or 0.1, depending on what the base currency drop from the enemies in that biome will be. The number we would be left with will be the biome level. And now the rune shard upgrade requirement. So upgrading the rune shards would require currency as well as unique item. Each rune shard will have 3 to 4 branches which would require unique items, and those branches would have sub branches which would require currency to upgrade. So deciding where to place the unique items is simple enough. To calculate the currency requirement, however, I have to come up with a particular function. Here it is. We take the base currency drop from the biome to the power of the upgrade level of that branch, and then add it with the same number multiplied by the biome level that we calculated earlier divided by 2. Too much, huh? Well, F it, we ball. And that's it for this devlog. We apologize for being absent this last month as we were pretty busy with the development aspect of the game and couldn't keep track of things to update on time. But regardless, things are back on track. And I'll be back to you guys with another devlog soon. Peace.